Hi, I'm Fred. This is Wood Tools Workshop. Recently I did a video about making a heart-shaped box. And when it was over with, I found myself looking at the box and thinking, there are ways I could improve on this. And that led to a period of experimentation, which is what this video is about. One of the first things I realized was that I could make the heart a little bigger if I drew it differently on the block of wood. If I moved the point down into the corner of the wood, here's the difference that made. Another variation is rounding the edges of the heart. I have a set of 4 roundover bits and I decided to try all 4 of them to see what effect that would give. The radius of these bits is 1/8, 1/4, 3/8, and 1/2 respectively. By the time I'd used the first 3, I had decided I didn't need to try the 1/2 inch. It was going to be too big for this. The 1/8 roundover wasn't that impressive on the top, but I liked it as the bottom so much that I decided to use it for all of them other than the one that I had done with the 1/4 and the 3/8 already. I went flush on all of the bottoms, but for some of the tops I raised the router bit enough to leave a little fillet around the edge. Lisa said she liked it that way. In the first heart video, I had the top slide sideways to open using a dowel as a hinge and magnets to hold it in place. This time I decided just to have the top lift off, no hinge, no magnets, and I would use a slice from the inside glued to the top in order to hold it in place. A happy result of doing away with the dowel and the magnet was that I didn't have to allow for them in cutting out the inside of the box. This meant that what I did cut out was another perfect heart shape. I decided to make another box out of that, one that would fit inside the first box. They could be a set this way with one fitting inside the other, or the smaller box could just be a box by itself. Once I decided to have the little hearts inside the big ones, there came the question of how you were going to get the little heart out of the big one. Should it have a knob or a handle? I decided no, it's already small enough as it is. Let's just turn the big heart upside down and dump it out. The inside of the smaller second heart was too small to try to make a third heart. That would mean that I could use the dowel hinge and the magnets in the second smaller hearts. This worked out well. I took a slice from the inside, which needs to be glued to the top in order to hold it in the proper position on the box. So I put the remainder of the inside part in the box, then put the slice on top of that, then laid the top on top of that, and then turned the whole thing upside down. This got the slice positioned properly to begin with, and then after that, if I thought it had moved a little bit, I could just set the box back on it again to readjust. I went back to the dowel hinge and magnets for the second boxes. In the previous video, I worried about getting the dowel holes in the body and the top to line up, and also about getting the angle of the dowel right so that it would work in the whole of the body. This time around, I figured that out. First of all, we just drilled through the body and into the top in order to keep the holes lined up, and then we used the body to hold the dowel in the proper alignment while it's drying, with a strip of wood between the two of them to keep the top from getting glued to the body. In the previous video, I put the magnets that hold the lid closed right beside the dowel. This creates a lot of torque, and that's why I thought I needed 2 rare earth magnets working together to hold the lid closed. This time I used one magnet and moved it to the other side of the box from the dowel. As a catch for the magnet, I used a rivet that I found at a hobby store. Drill a hole for the rivet, a smaller hole for the shaft, add a drop of glue, pop the rivet in, and there you go. this bench protector as a Valentine party decoration. I cut some of these sticks in order to hold the pieces up off the cardboard while I was spraying them. The idea that they be touching as little of anything as possible. As a final variation on our heart-shaped box, I experimented with colors. A pink box with a red box inside it, a red box with a pink box inside it, white inside red, and finally that sky blue inside red. I wondered if that was even appropriate for a heart-shaped box, but Lisa says, yeah, it'd be great for Mother's Day. I'm Fred, and this is Wood Tools Workshop. We've got more great videos like this coming up for you. Subscribe to our channel. Visit our website, woodtoolsworkshop.com. See you soon.